The real question to be asked about the whole story with Yosef is why he was so hard on them. Why did he put them through the wringer? Was it revenge? Spite? Anger? Did he have a long memory about this kind of thing? Our tradition teaches that he wanted to test whether they were decent, or they're good people now, whether they'd changed. Okay, but read the story. They spoke freely in front of him because they weren't aware that he spoke their language. He didn't speak the Canaanite language, the Hebrew language. He was speaking in Egyptian to his translator, and the translator would speak to them in their own language, and it would translate back. So they felt no problem with speaking freely in front of him. He knew what they were saying, and what they're saying was, we regret what happened. This is happening to us because we're being punished for what we did to Yosef. They wouldn't have said they were being punished if they hadn't realized they were doing something wrong. If they genuinely believed that they had done the right thing. So they recognized what they did was wrong. But is that enough? The sages teach that true teshuvah, repentance, if you want to translate it that way, can only really be achieved when one finds oneself back in the same position in which one had been earlier, but makes a different decision. He was giving them that chance. It's all well and good to say what we did was wrong, but does that mean you're not going to do it again? Here they had an opportunity to do it again. He accused their youngest brother, Binyamin, of theft. They had an opportunity to throw one of their brothers under the proverbial bus, chariot maybe, for the sake of personal gain. What would they do? That's what he wanted to see. And maybe, if I want to read a fair bit into it, he wasn't just doing it for himself. He was giving them the chance to recognize that they had done true teshuvah. Or maybe not. Maybe he just wanted to see for himself. Either way, real repentance is not just saying, I'm sorry, and then going and doing it again. As a parent, I've sometimes heard my kids say, I'm sorry, and I've questioned it, because every other time you say you're sorry, you go back and you do it again. Sorry only really means I'm sorry if you don't do it again. So every time one apologizes for something like that, I say, okay, let's see. And that's what Yosef was saying to his brothers. Let's see. Ultimately, real teshuvah isn't just saying I'm sorry. It's literally teshuvah, which means returning. Returning back to the proper path. Leaving behind the errors of your ways and endeavoring to the best of your ability to make proper decisions henceforth. Consider that. We all have done things we regret. We've all done things that we shouldn't have done. Let's hope the next time it comes around, we'll do a little bit better. Shabbat Shalom.